And we're back with you here at the West Gym, Howard Samura Clan TV. If you've recovered from our opening game here tonight, you would have seen the Simon Fraser Clan women's basketball team with their 76-73 win over #1 ranked Northwest Nazarene. The Nighthawks out of Nampa, Idaho fell their 17-game win streak and their 9-0 start to the GNAC season over thanks to the Simon Fraser University Clan women's team. Now, the Simon Fraser men's team looking to get back on the winning track as the Fairbanks Nanooks in town to cap off our second day of doubleheaders here, Thursday, now Saturday, in a great atmosphere on a whiteout night here at the West Gym, Simon Fraser University. Part 2 of the West Gym whiteout basketball doubleheader looks to be a good one. We'll have more of the visitors in a moment. First, a quick recap of the SFU men's game 2 nights ago, and that was Thursday, where despite sophomore Julian Roche's 4th double-double of the season and his 2nd in a row, Simon Fraser fell 74-53 to Alaska Anchorage. The team was held to its lowest point total as the GNAC's 2nd strongest defensive team in terms of average points allowed per game were just a little too much to handle. Simon Fraser did get to within about 9 points in that 4th quarter before the Seawolves were able to regain separation. Alaska Anchorage kept the Clan to 33.9% shooting from the field and hit just 4 of 24 three-pointers. However, SFU did have an advantage over UAA in points in paint, outscoring them 34-28. The big man Julian Roche with 13 points on 5 of 11 shooting. He was 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, 10 rebounds and a block as part of a solid performance for the former Santa Clara Bronco. The freshman Wilfred Bellotta, 13 points as well. He was 5 of 14 from the field, 4 rebounds and 3 steals. And the veteran point guard Michael Provenzano, 10 points on 4 of 8 shooting, hit a triple, dished 2 assists, and had 3 steals in that victory. The loss drops the Clan's record to 8-9 overall, 2-7 in GNAC play. The team will look to end the homestand on a positive note, of course, against Fairbanks team led by head coach Greg Sparling. The Nanooks junior forward Michael Kluding's 27-point performance was not enough as Alaska fell 70-62 to Western Washington Thursday night in Bellingham. It was Fairbanks' 7th straight loss. The team now 4-12 overall and 1-8 in GNAC play. The team split their 2 meetings last season, each team winning at home. The Nanooks handed the Clan a 74-57 defeat in January, while Simon Fraser earned an 83-51 victory right here in the West Gym in February. And certainly a winnable game here for the Simon Fraser Clan, whose victories have come over Concordia in Portland early in the season, and of course that multiple overtime thriller right here against Western Oregon last week. So Simon Fraser wanting to get back on the win streak. The Nanooks looking to do exactly the same here at a mid-season GNAC clash. Simon Fraser will keep an eye tonight on the status of Othniel Spence, who did not play. Team's 2nd leading scorer, dressed for the last game but did not play, and Spence averaging 14.4 points per game, 2nd behind the 14.6 of Julian Roche. Wilfred Bellotta also a double-figure scorer for this team at 13.5, and Provenzano rounding out the top 4 double-digit scorers at 10.8 points per game. Teams now getting off the floor. Good to see you guys. The officials making their way past our minor officials location. I think are getting word we're taking a break here. So we're not taking a break. We're going to stay right with you, as our executive producer Gabe Lynn lets us know. Fog McDog showing the footwork here for the fans at the West Gym, and a nice crowd settling in. Could pretty much call this a sellout crowd here on a whiteout night. Fog McDonald showing those moves on the baseline right now as the two teams getting ready. You can hear a buzzer in just a moment as we get ready for the opening tip here. As we mentioned, the two teams splitting their games last year. We see Othniel Spence coming in late in his full game garb, and it looks like he will be joining the starting group. So it looks like Othniel Spence is going to be a starter in this game, which is a huge plus for this Clan basketball team. The famous refrain there of our public address announcer Stephen James as he gets ready to introduce the Fairbanks Nanooks. Tamorier Glover, number 2, the 5'7" junior out of Pasadena, one of the starters as well. Spencer Sweet, he's a junior, 6'2", out of Longview, Washington, a transfer out of Lower Columbia Community College. Isaiah Esau as well, wearing number 31 as a senior, 6'3", out of Gilbert, Arizona, and a transfer from Winona State. Michael Cluting as well, had that great game in Bellingham in the loss, a Palmer, Alaska native, the 6'7" junior. And Quinn Daughtry as well, the 6'2" junior guard out of Homer, Alaska, Whatcom Community College. Say hello to zero. Othniel Spence back in the lineup, and that's great news if you're a Simon Fraser Clan basketball fan. He sat out the loss to Alaska Anchorage on Thursday. And Wilfred Bellotta, the impressive freshman guard out of Montreal, also taking his place in the backcourt with Mr. Spence. Michael Provenzano excited and coming off that great triple overtime victory. He was the main go-to man in that game. Jazz Singh as well out of Delta Secondary in Ladner. And then the big man himself, Julian Roche, the St. John, New Brunswick native, the Proctor Academy product out of Santa Clara University, Steve Nash's alma mater, the big man in the middle. Simon Fraser, keep an eye on Singh, number 22. His game has taken huge leaps here as he's made the transition from the community college ranks to Simon Fraser University NCAA Division II basketball. A full house is settling in here as we get set for the opening tip. They're going to bring up the house lights, and Julian Roche set to take the opening tip here against Tamorier Glover. 35-2 on that opening tip. And we are underway. The opening tip won by the Nanooks. And greetings to everybody in the great state of Alaska from Clan TV. Thanks for joining us in a much warmer, I'm sure, lower mainland Burnaby Mountain area of British Columbia. Here's Glover, one-on-one in the post against Singh, looking to get rid of the ball. Flummoxed a bit, he's going to go back up to Cluting. And now a hard take to the basket, just off the mark there by Isaiah Esau, number 31. Here comes Bellotta, quickly, Willie goes off the window. And a nice basket there from Bellotta, 2-0 lead early here for the Clan. Fairbanks. Daughtry releases the ball, now it's Glover again. Provenzano guarding him, Glover rises from the elbow. Can't get it to fall there, a tip drill, a true tip drill underneath, easy for me to say. Here's Bellotta. Wilfred back up to Provenzano, they'll call the play, get it to Bellotta on the wing. He'll reverse the ball back to Singh in a handoff play with a shot clock down to 15. Roche hit a three, the big man. That no look to Singh, almost losing it. Bellotta for three off the back iron and ripped away there by Spencer Sweet. Spence guarding Sweet, number 10. That's Esau. Good energy here from the Clan early on defense. Ooh, I think that one got, it's going to go, I thought it was kicked, but 11 on the shot clock here. Head coach of the Alaska Nanooks is Mr. Greg Sparling, a 1993 Central Washington grad. His first season as associate head coach Jesse Brown out of Anchorage. Here's Sweet. Jump shot won't go there, and the rebound ripped away there by Bellotta. Quickly, Mike P. down the court to Roche. What great footwork by Roche to steady himself, just couldn't get the finish. The big man showing his dexterity there. Quick movement on the perimeter here. Glover. Or rather, McCullough. Jason McCullough now on the floor. Didn't notice he had checked into the game. A 3-ball hoisted off the mark there by number 40, Klutting. Klutting unable to score it. Provenzano to the free throw line, back up top. Othniel Spence. Looking nice and healthy after missing that game against Anchorage. Singh on the block. Backing his man down. Turnaround shot, he loves it, and there's the follow on the offensive glass by Julian Roche, and he will put it back for a 4-0 Clan lead. Early stages of play. Klutting. That's Spencer Sweet with the basketball now to Glover. To McCullough. Now back up to number 50, Daughtry. Foul's getting called against Bellotta. And Bellotta, an emotional guy, doesn't agree with the call. Coaching staff really urging him to step back, reset. Too valuable to the team, not playing. That's Jalen McCullough, the junior out of Fairbanks, Alaska. Hometown kid. There we go now to Glover. 9 on the shot clock. Glover, great move. He gets right to the rim. And Tamorier Glover lays it up and in. First points of the game for Fairbanks. Clan looking for win number 3 on the season. Bellotta gets the nice roll. Initially, it looked like it was just going to carry him off side iron, but it's a nice backspin of its own and found its way through the bottom of the hoop for a 7-2 lead. Glover rising, wants the 3-point response, can't do it. Look at that play there. It's going to go off Alaska, but great play there by Othniel Spence as he does a tight roll back along the sideline. Number 13, Bongani Moyo now set to check in for the Simon Fraser Clan. Clan's first sub of the game. Moyo, an energy player, is going to go in for Singh. Jasdeep Singh really giving them a lot in the low block with his old school post moves. But he'll take a seat here, and Moyo, number 13, an energy guy coming in to take his place. Roche back to the basket. Provenzano back up top to Bellotta. Spence is going to put up the 3, and Othniel in and out. Oh, look at the tip and the recovery underneath. Oh, and Roche can't score it, but he gets another chance to kick it out. Julian Roche is owning it. Just couldn't score it. Now he's setting a high screen. The release, Provenzano, the drive. The shot on the baseline, and Mike P. knocks down the jump shot on the baseline. 9-2, a 7-point Clan lead. They're playing great basketball here in the first half against visiting Alaska Fairbanks. McCullough to Klutting. Ooh, they're going to chase that. They're going to go over the center line, no over back there, but they will get the shot clock down to 9-8. Klutting back to McCullough. Shot clock now at 4. Can they get a shot up? Shot fake on Spence off the back iron. Rebound. Ripped away there, and that was Quinn Daughtry. And that is the response. It's a 3-ball from Morrow, the junior, out of Vallejo, California. It's a bit of a backbreaker for the Clan. All that great defense, they give up the old board in a quick strike 3 to make it 9-5. Here's Provenzano, drive and dish to Moyo. Behind the back, can't get it to go. Mike P now back in command. Looking to lead Roche to the basket, but underneath it's gonna be Balata. He scoops up some garbage and scores it underneath. A great job there from Wilfred Balata. Fairbanks now with the basketball, including back up top. Spencer Sweet, the pass cross court, back up top now. And Cluding puts up the 3 off the back iron, chased down by the Clan. Roche, quick handoff to Provenzano. He'll slow it up at the free throw line, go to Roche and get it back. Moyo battling hard in the paint. Are they gonna say Simon Fraser basketball? So Moyo battling hard underneath there is gonna go off Alaska Fairbanks. Jordan Muir-Keung was gonna check in. They're gonna have a timeout on the floor here. And Singh as well set to check back into this basketball game. Take a look at the crowd. They love this whiteout night. They're throwing a lot of those white t-shirts out there. And of course, a few lucky fans will have a chance to make a half-court shot to win a $250 SFU bookstore gift card, courtesy of the SFU Spirit Shop. All part of our annual West Gym whiteout. Those white t-shirts being thrown out throughout the evening. Great to see so many members of our basketball community in BC here in attendance tonight. Some of the people I bumped into, Burnaby South head coach Mike Bell among the many in the crowd. I know many of the Burnaby South players are here watching this game, getting a feel for NCAA basketball. Of course, last season's BC Boys Quad A MVP, Sasha Vujicic, having a redshirt season here with the Clan, but he's going to be an important part of that low block area for Simon Fraser incoming season. So nice to see the great crowd. Teams getting back out onto the floor. Back up top, the Muir-Keung just checked back into this basketball game. And there is Balata. And Wilfred Balata is playing terrific basketball here in the early going. Fairbanks. Just a couple baskets here in the early going for them. Just the 1 win in GNAC. They'd love to get number 2 here tonight before heading back to Alaska. There's McCullough, puts up a 3, well short. Balata looking underneath, and he finds this man. It's going to be Singh underneath the basket for the lay-in. 15-5, and 10-point lead here now for Simon Fraser. So they're doing a terrific job, and they almost got the steal there. Balata playing with a lot of emotion. Number 10, you see him right in front of our broadcast location. Time for me to make a correction. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. Yusuf Sahek is the player I'm talking about from Burnaby South. Sasha Vujicic still recovering from that injury, set to come back and have a great senior season with the Burnaby South Rebels. Apologies there, Yusuf Sahek, the player. As you look at that replay, look at Singh and the energy he brings on the glass. And that leads to that 15-5 lead. Jumper for 3 from the corner, right over the rim. Fairbanks struggling shooting the basketball here. Provenzano through traffic, and Mike puts up the little floater. It finds favor with the iron and goes down for a 17-5 lead. A terrific performance thus far. That was Moyo taking a tumble as he was getting into defensive position. Zach Hatch, number 12. Handoff play to number 22, Morrow. Jacqua Morrow able to knock that shot down. So restoring the 10-point deficit, and a timeout, a media timeout called on the floor. Today's game, we should just tell you this, for the latest SFU men's basketball news, stats, videos, and more, visit athletics.sfu.ca/mbasketball. You can also stay connected with the team on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SFU_MBB. So a lot of ways to follow the SFU men's basketball team, and of course today's game is being live streamed on YouTube. You can watch it at athletics.sfu.ca/MBB live. And that same address /live stats, the place to go for, of course, live stats. Add on demand in place of that, and the game's also available there to watch at your convenience. And the on-demand selection, of course, a huge galaxy of Simon Fraser sporting events, from football to volleyball to basketball to soccer to softball. It's all there. Swimming even making the live stream last week, the meet against UBC. So many things to watch there on that live stream. And looking at some of the numbers here in this basketball game, Wilfred Balata, what a start for him. He's 4 of 5 from the field for 9 points. So he leads all scorers in this basketball game. Morrow, we should tell you, leading Fairbanks with 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field, including a triple. Simon Fraser shooting 61.5%, 8 of 13. We mentioned Fairbanks' struggles with 3 of 12 from the field, shooting 25% here in the first half of play. That's Balata, the handoff now to Mir Keung. Jordan turns the corner, takes a look, goes back up top to Hannon, who's checked into the game. Balata, shot clock under 10. Hannon loves the 3 ball, and he's just shy there. Look at that, Moyo, the energy player, alert, aware, finds a loose ball and puts it right back for an easy deuce. 19-7, a 12-point lead, the largest of the game. Morrow now back up top. Drive on the baseline. Looks like Moyo is going to get called for the foul. Nice aggressive take on the baseline by Jacqua Morrow. So Moyo's first of the game. Mangani will come off the floor, but hey, nice energy effort for number 13, and Johnny on the spot for that layup, giving them their 12-point lead as he checks out of the game. Glover trying to back down Singh. Little 13-foot arcer, too hard off the glass. Nice job by Hannon to get it to Mir Keung, 2-on-2 down the floor. Mir Keung can't get it to fall, but the contact there.
42 this side.
And those the shoes, the distinctive footwear of Julian Roche, I think is what we just saw there. Jordan Mir Keung will inbound with 27 on the shot clock. Hannon looking for that quick strike jump shot, couldn't get it, so he'll get it back now from Mir Keung. Hannon's getting more and more minutes at prime times here. Singh prevents the steal with a nice grab. Shot clock now down to 10 for Hannon. Here's shouts of high-low as Spence goes up for 3 off the back iron. Hannon battling hard, but ripped away there by Glover, who goes right down the floor. The give. And Fairbanks, Trey Eisenhut couldn't score it. They'll reset the offense. Go back to Glover. Go back to Eisenhut, number 11. Here's McCullough. Kicking to the corner for 3. And Fairbanks continues their struggle on the jumper by Zach Hatch, just off the mark. Mir Keung, Singh wants the 3, a player right in his face, can't get it to go. What a big rebound by the big man Roche. And they're going to call him for the travel on the turnaround. A tough break there. Nonetheless, an impressive rebound by Julian Roche. Certainly Steve Hansen, the head coach, chatting with the officials about where would that travel be on the scale of 1 to 10. That one might be a 1.5 or a 2 is what I think conversation was kind of tilted towards, but nonetheless, the ruling down and it will stand. New York Young with a near steal on the sideline. Looks like it's going to be Fairbanks ball, 19 on the shot clock in the front court. Inbounding the ball will be Zach Hatch. He just took the 3 last time down the floor for Fairbanks. We'll go to Clitting. And Isaiah Esau, number 31. Glover. Including now, the double team coming quickly. Shot clock's down to 3. Oh, that's a tough break for the Clan. They get the travel at one end. Now they get the foul right at the end of the shot clock to Othniel Spence. So they put 20 on the shot clock, and the inbound in the front court by Hatch. He will quickly give to Esau. Shot clock now back down to 8 as they drive into the paint. Kick it out, thought they had a 3. Esau and company struggling, they finally get up a shot, and it's Hatch, but shot clock has expired, and Fairbanks having a mighty hard time in the face of the Clan half-court defense, which has looked very good. If you're just joining us, Simon Fraser women just upset #1 NCAA D2 ranked Northwest Nazarene in the first game of our home doubleheader here tonight. A huge win for Clan women's basketball. Easily the biggest regular season GNAC conference victory in their NCAA existence. Singh with a great take to the basket, and he'll lay it up and in. How can you not love this kid? Straight out of the Delta Pacers via the U.S. college system. He comes up here and steps right into the D2 lineup of the Simon Fraser Clan. Here's a drive by Glover. He gets right to the rim, and he takes a hard fall. Singh was there and is going to get called for the foul. Hard take. Take a look at it on our replay here on Clan TV. Singh puts a hand to block it from behind, and I think Glover's fall put an emphasis on the elbow, and that's got to hurt. So Glover shakes it off and steps up. Can't complete the end one, but nonetheless, 21-9. Simon Fraser with a 12-point lead here on Alaska. Othniel Spence looking for the feed to Roche, intercepted there by Glover. And here he comes down the floor, dribbling in the traffic to Cluding for 3 in the corner, right over the iron. And into the hands of Spence. The fast break now to Mir Kyung. That's the senior. We got a player bleeding on the floor here, and head coach Steve Hansen has come out to tell the officials. And that is going to be Singh. Singh, as Jazz Singh walked by, he pointed for us to see his elbow, and you look at the side of his face, and blood is streaming down the side of his face right now as he goes in for some treatment, but he clearly took an elbow to the head. And what a game Singh's played. That great take to the basket by Jazz Singh. The path clearly went right to the rim for the lay-in. 21-9 the score. And the Clan playing terrific basketball here early against these Fairbanks Nanooks. Some of the numbers we can let you know about if we can see the names. No, we're gonna get by just fine here. Take a look at the replay here on our Clan TV monitor. Mir Kyung with the basketball. And Singh going right to the basket. Great first step. He's a big guy with big levers and a long stride, and he shows that ability to face the basket. That's a nice weapon that head coach Steve Hansen and company have added to this Clan lineup for the 18-19 campaign. Simon Fraser still shooting it well. 10 of 18, 56% from the field. 4 of 16, 25% continues to remain the hurtful number for Fairbanks. They just can't get in the groove there. 4 of 16, 1 of 8 from the field. .736 remaining in the first half. Drew Bryson, number 24 in the game. Spence, when he gets hot, I don't know if there is a hotter shooter, but he's got to get into that zone. And of course, missing Thursday's action, coming back after I imagine was a little bit of a neck. He's going to maybe take a few trips down the floor here to get into the Spence flow. See, Mongoyo is having trouble here. You want to keep Bongani Moyo on the floor because he gives you such a blue-collar work ethic, but boy, that's a tough break for number 13. He gets into the game and gets called for his second foul pretty quickly. Fairbanks now. Isaiah Esau wearing number 31. Spencer Sweet, Glover, number 34, Esau, and number 11, Trey Eisenhut also on the floor. There's a fading J that's gonna, oh, and Bongani Moyo is beside himself, but he's just picked up his third foul, and that elicits some quick action off the Simon Fraser bench. Assistant coach John Curcio tapping a couple on the back. It's Michael Provenzano and Wilfred Bellotta set to check into this basketball game. Jordan Miur-Kyung and Bongani Moyo checking out. Mongoyo not happy with his time on the floor. It wasn't as productive, obviously, as he would like it to have been. But he will have to retrench and get ready to go back in. Glover with a jumper there, or the free throw rather, 21-11, keep it at 10 points. 7 minutes remaining in this first half of play. Provenzano had a nice rest, number 20. He's now running the show for the Clan at the point. Looking off that Julian Roche screening action at the top, though instead go to Bellotta. Spence now, back to the big man. And that's going to go out of bounds. Solid defense in the front provided by Dalton Lutens, the 6'6" senior out of Linden, Washington. Part of that great Whatcom County, I believe it is, hoops community. There is Sweet with the basketball, Spencer Sweet. Right into Provenzano. And he got Provenzano in the air, and that's going to get Sweet to the line. Credit Sweet for trying to manufacture some kind of mojo here, because the Fairbanks Nanooks have really had nothing to speak of. Take a look here. Gets Provenzano in the air and comes down. Mike P took one in the chops too for good measure. Sweet wants to make it an 8-point game, and he can with a make here. Provenzano now. Right back down the floor for Simon Fraser. Fairbanks doing their best here to slow the pace down and take Simon Fraser out of their comfort zone. But here's Roche. And what a great lob down to the big man, Julian, right to the basket for the lay-in. Terrific play by Julian Roche. Glover. Arms around him, the call there, and the foul called on Bellotta. Getting up in the grill of Glover, and Glover taking advantage of that, the 6'7" junior out of Pasadena, and a transfer to San Bernardino Valley Community College. Long and lean is Glover, and he makes the free throw. How much would the Clan like to get Othniel Spence going here? Hasn't been able to score the basketball. Second leading scorer on this team at 14.4 points per game. And he's out there right now with Michael Provenzano and Wilfred Bellotta and Julian Roche. Those 4 guys are the Clan's 4 double-digit scorers. And this guy's got a bit of a long-distance shot as well. Number 24, Drew Bryson. Provenzano using the Bellotta screen. Jumper. Spence unable to get it, but there we go, a tip underneath. And the Nanooks are not boxing out the weak side of the floor. That's the second time Simon Fraser has tipped in a missed shot from distance in this half. 25-15 the score. It's a 10-point Clan lead. Here's Glover. He goes back to Esau, 8 on the shot clock. Sweet with a jumper off the front iron. Luton's with a rebound to recycle, and here they go again. We're going to see Singh get off the bench here for Simon Fraser. And you can see what the coaches are thinking. Available defensive rebound, we don't get it. We're bringing in a big guy, and here comes Singh on the next stoppage. Here's Glover. Head down, drives to the baseline, turnaround jump hook. And that's a clutch shot there by Glover. With the big man hovering, Julian Roche, he makes a tough shot fall to make it 25-17. Provenzano now looking for Bellotta. Wilfred back up top to Spence to Bryson. They go to Provenzano down low. Oh, and the touch pass doesn't matter. Roche is so effective. He erases the mistake, the tip, he recovers and makes it look easy. The big man off the window. 27-17. Bryson digging in on defense. And what a great job there from Drew Bryson. He got the tip at one end. He comes back and shows the ability to move his feet on the baseline. He does a great job defensively. Timeout called on the floor. Take a look at that replay right now as Roche, you see the athletic ability of this kid on the block, and I think the impressive part there is he doesn't panic. He picks the ball up basically at his knees and still makes a play in the block. Off the window, high percentage, super smooth. If you say never let him see his sweat, that's Julian Roche. What a great job there. And as we look at Roche's numbers, he's having a bit of third one. No, I think Julian Roche, I think we got this one, man. I think Roche is 3 of 5. Yeah, 3 of 5 from the floor. 5 rebounds, 6 points in a tidy 13 minutes here. So Roche is doing a solid job. We are struggling through a tough night here at the minor officials table. You get one of those low ink cartridges and you're getting your score sheets printed out and you're getting everything except the maybe 10% of the page that is the left-hand side of a box score. Sometimes you can't read the names on the box score, so it's a doubleheader night here, the second of the week, and so that if you want to write a song about it, you call it the ink cartridge blues right now, because we're not reading these box scores like we want to, but we can get the numbers out to you. The Clan shooting 57% from the field. Nanooks shooting 27.8. Here's Provenzano. Finding Othniel. He goes cross court. Tees up a 3-ball to Bellotta. And sweet Willie B with a triple from the baseline corner. 30-17. Oh, and Glover, he manufactured a chance. The follow is going to go, and Luton's will be there to pick up the garbage and put it home 30-19. 11-point lead for the Clan. They just got a beautiful 3, but couldn't get a stop at the other end. Wilfred Bellotta, just by his demeanor, his physicality, his physique, his game, just does not look like a freshman on the floor. Number 10 looks like a seasoned guy in this GNAC league already. And I'm not sure what happened defensively at the other end of the floor, but he was tapping his chest saying, "My bad," to the coaching staff, really owning it all here. Number 10 is a terrific part of the future of this Clan basketball team, as is this guy right here, Roche. He sets it for Provenzano. Mike's down to 5 on the shot clock. He knows he's got to act. Roche, 3-ball. Oh, off the front of the iron. Great hustle by Bellotta. So Wilfred Bellotta will recycle that clock. Finding Mike P. Luton's out to guard him. Great high-low again, and this time they are forced to hammer Roche down low. He will go to the free throw line. The foul getting called there. It's number 10, Spencer Sweet. Take a look on the replay there as Roche. He's so nimble on his feet. I'm convinced if you could find a jump rope long enough for Julian Roche, and you brought him to your local gym, you could do a little Rocky Balboa with the rope. Great footwork by Roche as he gets to the basket. It's so rare in the big guys to see that kind of footwork. Here's Provenzano pouncing on a loose ball. 2:22 remaining, Clan in control. Provenzano. Bellotta, physicality off the window, and he scores it. Wilfred Bellotta, another great basket. And there's a steal. Half-court pressure paying off. Bellotta goes up for three, just off the mark. And ripped away there by Glover, Tamorier Glover. And he'll bring the ball across half court. Great play by the Clan in this opening half. Their lead at 15 is the biggest of the game. 34-19. And the alley-oop to Glover is going to go. Singh's going to get called for the foul. Ooh, didn't need that. Singh just shoved Glover, and his teammates are pushing him away, telling him, don't worry about it. I'm not too sure. Singh must have gotten something that we didn't see before that shove. Let's take a look at it here from our Clan TV crew. Oh, I don't know. It could have come from something Glover was saying right after he scored it against So a technical foul also being assessed here. And you can see Jazz Singh has been battered and bruised here. Took an elbow right to the eye and was bleeding and left the floor. Has got a bandage over that right eye. And now getting called for the technical. Certainly there must have been something that Glover said when he came down that pushed Singh to the point where he was going to give him that shove underneath the basket. So we'll see what happens here. Fairbanks with 1:40 left have an opportunity here to right or wrong for a lot of the stuff that hasn't worked for them here. Remember, there was an initial foul called against Singh and then a technical. So Glover will now step up and shoot the free throws. 34-23, 1:40 left. (34-24), a 10-point game here. It was a 15-point game. 1:32 remaining. Provenzano with the basketball. Bellotta lobbing it. Roche throws it off the Alaska player to keep possession. It's almost like they will go for that play based on the matchup and Roche's ability and the percentage that he can erase a mistake that happens down there. You saw it right there. Bellotta had a chance, had a good look at it, couldn't cash that one, and he's done most of his shot making to great success here in this opening half. Esau to Lutens, who's found a home here on the floor in the latter half of this first half. There's Esau against Provenzano back up top. Morrow back to Lutens, the pivot move against Roche, fading from the basket, can't get it to go, and ripped away now by Othniel Spence. 16-second difference between the clocks here, 38 seconds remaining. Lots of time coming from the head coach, Steve Hansen, as he has his team leading by 10 here, 30 seconds left in the half. Spence to the block, turnaround shot goes for the big man, Julian Roche. And how about Julian Roche? Clan looking like a veteran team here right now with a 12-point lead. Fighting in a battle to get win number 3 on the season in the GNAC. Tipped away by Hannon, though, right back to Glover, and it looks like Spence hooked him or got caught up with him as he drove to the basket. We'll see what happens. That foul getting called against Othniel Spence, his second of the game. Tamorier Glover makes the first. And a chance here for the Nanooks to make it a 10-point deficit at the half. Based on the fact that they've shot in the low to mid-20s in terms of that field goal percentage overall, they would have to be happy with that at the half. 2 makes and a 10-point lead. Clutch shot put up there. Tip's good if it goes, and it doesn't for Hannon. And that'll do it at the half. 36-26 is our score. Simon Fraser doing a great job to build a 10-point lead at the half. Terrific play by the Clan. Certainly, we can endeavor to get an interview. And it's going to be Wilfred Bellotta. And it's our first chance to talk to the rookie from Montreal, Wilfred Bellotta. Congratulations on a great first half, Wilfred. Talk about what you guys liked about that first half.
Good rebounding. I think we should be up way more than 10, maybe 20. Just finishing everything and just taking care of the ball more.
How much are you loving the fact that you're able to come in as a first-year player in this league and be a physical force?
No matter, years don't count. It's just playing basketball. If you're a good basketball player, you're a good basketball player regardless.
How much are you liking your Clan teammates and your new home here on Burnaby Mountain?
Great. Like you can see, they're helping me every day. We're getting better, helping me off on the bench and on the court. I like it. All
right, congratulations, Wilfred. Great to meet you. Thanks so much. Wilfred Bellotta, Simon Fraser Clan, the first-year player who is making a big impact with this team. 36-26 is our score. We'll take a short break and we'll be back before the start of the second half with more. At the half.
Any day at SFU may feel like just another day. But any day here has enormous potential. The potential for something significant to happen. Like the day when you might find yourself engaging with the outside world. To create a lasting impact on many lives. Or the day when you might unearth something that inspires you to start a business. Or the day when you might become an instrument of change. Or discover where you belong. Or take advantage of an unconventional education. To become part of something huge. In fact, any day has the potential to have real impact. Because any day at SFU is not just any other day.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
my name is Lauren Friedman. I'm in my 5th year of biomedical engineering at SFU, and I play on the women's volleyball team. My first work term was at a company called Braceworks Custom Orthotics, and I did research and product development on a chest brace for pectus carinatum. And my second work term was at a company called Plantiga, where I did research on their insoles that collect data for professional athletes in the military. SFU athletics and co-op have helped facilitate my journey through university by helping me apply what I learned in my sport into the classroom, and also what I learned in the classroom into my sport, and then putting it all together in the real world really helped narrow my focus. I would recommend that SFU athletes participate in co-op because not a lot of people get to play the sport that they love and be in school, and not a lot of people get to explore different areas of work that they love and also play their sport. So putting all those three things together is really a unique opportunity that not a lot of people get.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Any day at SFU may feel like just another day. But any day here has enormous potential. The potential for something significant to happen. Like the day when you might find yourself engaging with the outside world. To create a lasting impact on many lives. Or the day when you might unearth something that inspires you to start a business. Or the day when you might become an instrument of change. Or discover where you belong. Or take advantage of an unconventional education. To become part of something huge. In fact, any day has the potential to have real impact. Because any day at SFU is not just any other day.
With you, joined as always by Clan assistant coach John Curcio. John, your thoughts on that first half of play?
It was real good, Howard. We were able to slow them down, get them into a game that they didn't want to play, and we held them 26 points and a half. That's really good.
When you look at the building blocks of a team in this conference, and you can bring in a transfer with the skills of Julian Roche and a freshman with the physicality of a guy like Wilfred Bellotta, how big are those two building blocks for this team?
Oh, huge, because that's 3 and 4 years worth of really good players and really good kids too. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
How happy are you with the chemistry of all the pieces fitting together and finding cohesion?
Really happy. I mean, it just, we've been on a bit of a skid the last few games, and when you got a group of kids that works hard and are easy to coach, it makes it much more enjoyable.
Coach, last question. There's no easy games in this conference, and this Fairbanks team is as hungry to get a win as you guys are. What do you have to do here in the second half to make sure you come out with a win?
We just got to keep our foot on the gas. Can't be satisfied with being up 10 at half. It's a 40-minute game. We just got to keep doing what we're doing.
Coach, we appreciate your words. Thanks so much. John Curcio, assistant coach, Simon Fraser University Clan. His thoughts on what's coming up in the second half as the Simon Fraser Clan look to go to 3 victories in the GNAC. As we mentioned, an equally hungry Alaska Fairbanks squad with only 1 victory on the season. They come in 1-8. They also come in itching for the W, get back on that plane and head back to the great state of Alaska. And again, our...
Yeah, well, we just changed the printer and the other one was running low.
Our hellos out to everybody watching and listening in the state of Alaska. Hope you're keeping warm. The Clan women were up in Alaska a few weeks ago, and head coach Bruce Langford said that that was one of the coldest days of his life. They were able to get a win against the Nanook women's team. But we're super excited to be headed to North Pole, Alaska after that game. Many of the young rookies had not seen it yet, and they wanted to head up there, and always a highlight on the trip for Simon Fraser Clan basketball. About 1:58 away from the start of this second half, as we mentioned. Simon Fraser with a 10-point lead, and we talked to John Curcio, the assistant coach, about the building blocks of adding a big man, a transfer out of Division I basketball like Julian Roche, and a freshman from Montreal, number 10, by the name of Wilfred Bellotta. And those two guys, they were a combined 10 of 16 for 24 points and 10 rebounds in that opening half of play. Othniel Spence, the veteran guard, coming back off an absence in the Nanooks game, or the Seawolves game on Thursday, trying to find his stride. Mike Provenzano, as usual, steady Eddie for this Simon Fraser team, but the new guys on the block, in Bellotta, who just tried to put a dunk up there in our pre-second half warm-up, and Roche, who shows that nimble ability with power, and he's got a Great personality and just loves this game of basketball. So fun to watch these guys donning the clan colors here at the West Gym. And this turnaround of fortunes by the program under head coach Steve Hansen continuing here with a 10-point lead. And you heard John Curcio, the assistant coach, keep the foot on the gas. That's going to be key for Simon Fraser because, you know, Greg Sparling, the head coach of the Nanooks, has obviously implored his guys to leave nothing on the floor to try and salvage a victory. Nanooks really gave Western Washington a push into the second half last week, and the energy level and the fluidity just not there in that opening half play. They had their moments, but Simon Fraser getting out to that early lead and able to protect that 10-point cushion. And that's where it stands right now as we get set to start this second half of play. 15 points for Tamorie Glover. He's leading all scorers in this game. The Alaska Fairbanks guard, smooth as silk, 4 of 7 from the field, 7 of 8 from the stripe. 7 points as well for Morrow. Jacqua Morrow, 2 for 4 from the floor, hit both of his free throws. Simon Fraser, the 2 double-digit scorers, as we mentioned, are Wilfred Bellotta with 14 points on 6 of 9 shooting, and Julian Roche, 4 of 7. Both those guys have 5 rebounds. Julian Roche has 4 offensive rebounds. Jazz Singh now back on the floor for the Clan as we get set to open the second half here from the West Gym. Here's Bellotta to Spence. He'd love to get off the schneid, and he does! The big O knocks down the triple. Othniel Spence for a 39-26 lead. That's a 13-point margin. Simon Fraser's biggest lead was 15. Roche rips down the loose ball. Spence quickly up the floor to Willie Bellotta. Was looking for the cutting Roche. And if you heard our halftime interview with Wilfred Bellotta, I asked him about being a freshman and finding his place in the GNAC, and he sounded like a more older and wiser guy. Age is just a number, I think is what he said to me, or something to that effect. So again, I don't think he looks like a freshman. He has played so well. There's Mike P. Provenzano knocks down the jump shot there, and it'd be great to get Mike P. and Othniel heated up here in the second half to join Roche and Bellotta. Underneath, they're going to get a basket and a nice tough shot in the paint by Michael Kluting. So Kluting, the 6'7" junior out of Palmer, Alaska, gets the lay-in. And 2 of those points back, 41-28, a 13-point Clan lead. Singh to Provenzano. Robinow guarding him, or Esau. The big man underneath, 43-28 the score. Ooh, Bellotta picks the pocket and hangs on the rim. He had to. He didn't want to come down hard on Isaiah Esau, whose pocket he picked. It's funny because Steve Hansen, right in front of our broadcast location, the head coach, has said, "Willie, wake up." And he did. He got a steal and he got a dunk at the other end of the court. Including again in tight quarters. The 3-ball doesn't fall. And Simon Fraser, that skip by Spence, is intercepted and then ultimately kicked out of bounds by Othniel. So it'll be Alaska basketball. He tried that jump skip pass that was stolen away by Alaska. And Spencer Sweet now with the basketball. Sweet, and that, I'm sure he's gone through his whole career, people saying that was a sweet shot when he gets a make. Here is Provenzano. Spence up to Bellotta. Going to Provenzano, right to Roche, right to the basket. Oh, Julian can't get the finish. It is going to become clockwork. Jump shot there is going to fall. A 3-ball by Isaiah Esau. And that makes it a 14-point lead. Roche. Those are the kind you don't want to see. Roche getting a little overzealous as he tried to gain position on the block. Maybe just a step outside of his comfort zone and wanted to get a little bit closer there. Apologies, I'm starting to lose my voice after a week of basketball broadcasts. A doubleheader Thursday, a doubleheader Friday, and another one today. So apologies if I lose a bit of the voice here over this broadcast. Newtons is back into the fray. He had a nice extended stint in the second half of the first half of this basketball game. Shot clock down to 9. Glover, crossover move, trying to split the defense. Provenzano will pick his pocket. And Mike P down the floor following to Spence. And a great job there by Glover to knock it away on his way to the basket. Luton's cross-court pass, tipped away there by Spence. It was headed into the midst of Jalen McCullough. Set the inbound, the basketball, Jacques Morrow. Tough time here as we take a look at this replay. Wilfred Bellotta building up a head of steam, and he knows there's nothing preventing him from going up and laying it down with authority. But a tough break there for the Clan. A foul going against them, and 45-31 the score, 15:58 remaining. Much basketball to be played. And these Fairbanks Nanooks not ready to go quietly into the night here atop Burnaby Mountain. They are retrenching and putting up a fight here. Getting caught without my notes. My apologies to our producer. Can look ahead to upcoming games. January 31st, 5:15 at Seattle Pacific. We're looking at upcoming games for the men's basketball team. So they'll start it off January 31st at Seattle Pacific against the Falcons. 7:30 start at St. Martin's on February the 2nd. And our next home game, February the 7th, 7 o'clock. That's the Thursday. The Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks coming up from Nampa, Idaho. And looking for a different result than their #1 nationally ranked women's team got. A bit of an ambush set here atop Burnaby Mountain. The Simon Fraser Clan women with a victory in the first game of our doubleheader tonight. The biggest win in regular season history, I would say, in the entire history of SFU women's basketball in the regular season. That is the biggest win, the NCAA Division II level, knocking off #1 in a field of over 200 teams. 45-31 our score here, a 14-point lead for the Clan men. They would dearly love to make it a doubleheader sweep. No offensive foul called there. Moyo, just standing in position, is knocked to the ground. And Steve Hansen is livid, the SFU men's head coach. There's a jumper put up, a 3-ball. Not going to go. Roche gets the rebound. Moyo ran into some real foul trouble in that opening half of play. He had one foul, then picked up back-to-back ones in rapid succession and had to sit. So he's now back out there. Bellotta tried to force it, gets it knocked away. And Morrow looks off the defender, but can't find the finish. And you wonder why coaches plead their case from play to play. It's for that very reason. You're going to get a call the next time around. Simon Fraser now with the basketball. Coach Sparling not happy with that on the Fairbanks sideline. Here's Provenzano up to Spence. Going to Willie Bellotta. Back up top, Roche for 3. Big man, 3-ball, Julian Roche. So smooth, so effortless. Julian Roche dials it up from long distance and feathers it home. 48 to 31, the 17-point lead. Matches the largest of the game now for the Clan, 14:25 remaining. Glover guarded by Bellotta, far side of the court. Shot clock now at 6. Drive, and Luton's on the baseline. Can't get that one to fall. Othniel rips it down from the sky and gets it to Provenzano. Mike P extends and lays it up and in. The largest lead of the game now for Simon Fraser is 19 points. Terrific play by the Clan, and take a look at that replay as you see the big three. Look at that release, kids. You can be a small guard, you can be a big man. The nice snap of the wrist here. And another look at it. We thank our executive producer, Gabriel Lynn, for that second look. He knows I get excited watching the excellence of Julian Roche as he snaps that wrist. He's got that loose wrist looking up the candy or the cookie jar at the top of the shelf there as the big man backpedals up. And he's excited in the huddle, Julian Roche, right now. He's talking to his guys, and he's keeping them pumped up. Great play by the Clan here as they try to follow the lead set by the women's team tonight, that win over #1 ranked Northwest Nazarene. It's a double-header weekend here at Simon Fraser. Of course, Simon Fraser's women beating Central Washington last Thursday. And the SFU men had their moments, but ultimately just could not hang, with Alaska Anchorage the Seawolves winning convincingly. Simon Fraser got to within single digits in the second half, but in the end, just expended too much coming back from a big early comeback. They would love to right the wrong here tonight against these Fairbanks Nanooks, themselves tired on the end of a 2-game road swing here through the Pacific Northwest, losing on Thursday in Bellingham to the Western Washington Vikings. 13:52 remaining. McCullough cross-court pass. Fairbanks, shot clock's down to 7. Oh, in and out of the cylinder, and look at the big man Roche rip that ball away. Great job there by Julian Roche to Steve Hansen, still letting the officials know as they come back up the floor. Here's Provenzano, gonna get his pocket picked by Luton's, but the Clan get it back. Hannon, reverse underneath, and Michael Hannon looking like a hoop magician there underneath the basket. Last second decision, goes reverse and lays it up and in for a 52-31 lead, to 21 points, the largest of the game, until Glover takes 2 of those back with a nice shot underneath. And he's an ultimately talented player, Tamarie Glover, the Pasadena, California native, with a nice basket there. Othniel Spence baseline, kicks it back up top to Moyo. He's directing traffic out there, gets Hannon to cut through the key. Roche, it clears out, and he puts up the 3-ball, can't get it to go. Scooped up there by Zach Hatch. Hatch gets it back from McCullough as they come up the floor. Luton's corner to Glover. Spencer Sweet and Trey Eisenhut set to come into the game. Othniel Spence and Julian Roche coming out of the game. Jazz Singh and Jordan Mir-Kyung, number 5, into the game. So it's those two along with Moyo, Provenzano, and Hannon, the 5 Clan players on the floor right now. Trey Eisenhut. Oh, Hannon tried to steal it, couldn't get it done, but great hustle defensively by number 3. And you've seen the minutes go up for Hannon over the last couple of games, and he really is building himself a sweet spot in this rotation. We're down to 11:56 remaining. There's a timeout on the floor, and we'll keep it right here as the Clan dance team hits center court here at the West Gym. Great to see a full house on whiteout night here at the West Gym. Those white t-shirts flying into the crowd, and I made sure I was in my white dress shirt today to celebrate the occasion of Clan basketball. The printer issue being solved here by our dedicated staff at the minor officials table. Our scorekeepers and whatnot are endeavoring to get out box scores that we can actually read here, so they're working hard. We'll get to some numbers. But the big number that matters if you're a Clan basketball fan is 52-33. I'm hearing it's not working again, but it's a 19-point lead at this point, and that is something that's working for the Clan. 11:56 remaining. We'd love to see some of those numbers. Oh, it's not working again. I'll take one anyway. Thank you very much. We'll go through those numbers, and we know where Bellotti is positioned in the box score. He's got 16 points on 7 of 10 shooting, 2 for 4 from downtown. Julian Roche, 6 of 11, including that triple and 2 made free throws. He's got 15 points and 8 rebounds. Othniel Spence can't get the jump shot going. He's 1 for 7 for 3 points, but he is working hard on the defensive glass. He's got 7 rebounds in this basketball game. Here's Bongani Moyo to Michael Hannon to number 5, Jordan Mir-Kiang around the perimeter. Provenzano's 3-ball. Mike P. dials with a player right in his face and knocks it down. That was Zach Hatch guarding him closely. 55-33, 22 points. Here's Glover going to Luton's, back up top. Ooh, short little jumper's not going to go. Nice rebound there. Trey Eisenhut's miss. Gobbled up underneath the glass by Bongani Moyo. Eisenhut guarding Provenzano. They'll skip it to Bongani Moyo on the wing. Mir-Kiang to Hannon. Provenzano, another 3-ball, and he hits it again! Mike P! The big triple for Mike Provenzano. 58-33, a 25-point lead. Mike P gives the Clan their largest lead of the game. Provenzano dialed in and absolutely dominant here. Jazz Singh just is not being allowed to get into a rhythm in this basketball game. His 4th of the game, and he'll come out again. Take a look at the replay there, and you saw it. Mike P. Tremendous player for this Clan team. Here's Spencer Sweet trying to split the defense. The foul's called. I think Hannon's going to get called. Oh, it's Provenzano's foul. Apologies. His 4th of the game. So Mike P is going to take a seat. Drew Bryson, number 24, will come in. Ooh. Off the inbounds. I thought Moyo had a chance to steal it, but the whistle blows. And a foul being called. Michael Hannon of the Clan being called, his 1st of the game. Glover, catch and shoot 3. No arc on that one off the side iron. Juggled underneath, and a foul called as number 10, Spencer Sweet, goes up underneath the basket. Sweet working hard, and he's going to get to the stripe. We saw that. The Clan are going to hit the road for a couple next week. The grind of this GNAC schedule and such a competitive conference here in the Clan. Let's not forget they were picked to finish last again in the conference, and certainly they are not a last place team this season. They are showing improvement. Won an overtime game, lost an overtime game. Looking for number 3 here. None of these are easy. Here is, oh, and he is going to get hit hard. That is Drew Bryson underneath the basket, getting knocked to the ground. Foul against Spencer Sweet, I believe. Oh no, the foul is, yeah, it is. Spencer Sweet with his 2nd foul of the game. You saw it on the replay there as Bryson got knocked to the pine. Drew Bryson, the redshirt freshman from Arlington, Washington, Arlington High School. And Jordan Mirakian makes both free throws. He, of course, the 6'2" senior at a Shorewood High School in Bellevue Community College. Bellevue, Microsoft town. Bryson with a miss there. Great to see a terrific crowd here in the West Gym. Whiteout night, but not only is the main stands full, the baseline seating basically filled as well. And McFogg the dog here as the cheerleading voice of these Simon Fraser University clan today. Almost at the midway mark of this second half. And Wilfred Bellotta, our guest at the half, talked about team defense, and boy, have they played it here. 16 seconds shy of 30 minutes, and they have allowed Alaska Anchorage 35 points, pending this free throw by Glover. Julian Roche now back into the game. Roche for Bungani Moyo. All about playing your role, and Moyo goes in there, and his job is to play it fundamentally physically sound and hustle as well. A jump hook there by Lutens doesn't go, but the Nanooks somehow find a way to regain possession of the basketball. Glover now. Lutens at the top. Hatch back to Glover, their main man, and he's going to go off the, doesn't even need the glass. Sweet little touch at the rim, and Tamorier Glover will make a bucket. There's a foul being called against Fairbanks, and that's going to go against Jalen McCullough. He's the hometown guy from Fairbanks, Alaska, Peninsula Community College. Bellotta swings it to Bryson, back up top. Hannon head fake into the paint. Roche from 12, and he knocks it down. Julian Roche. Those are soft hands. Fairbanks now at the other end of the floor, and it's Glover. He's having a great game offensively, but the rest of the team not able to follow suit, and that's a big rebound though by Lutens. He recycles. Nice pieces here for Fairbanks. Whistle blows, and a hard take to the basket there by Jalen McCullough. McCullough will make the first off. Neil Spence will come into the game now, as will Quinn Daughtry, number 50. Drew Bryson taking a seat for Simon Fraser. Quinn Daughtry coming in for Alaska Fairbanks. He's out there with Morrow, number 22. McCullough taking the free throws right now. Lutens, number 34, and Glover, number 2. Another sub, Isaiah Esau, and he goes in for McCullough. Jordan Muir-Keung, 8:44 remaining. Spence now with the basketball, finding Hannon. Shot clock down to 7. As Bellotta puts up the 3 ball. Glover quickly down the floor, throws it away because his teammate unable to corral it. That was number 22, Jacques Moro. Ooh, and a shot from the baseline corner. View obstructed for me, but obviously Othniel Spence. And the foul committed, so Othniel Spence with a chance for the 4-point play. Restores the Clan lead at 25, could go for the game high 26 right here. Othniel Spence gets it done. Go to Lutens, Dalton Lutens. Roche all over him, so they change the game plan here. Looking for Glover, batted away. Look at Roche battle for that basketball. Glover gets a block. He's rejected underneath by Julian Roche, and the Clan will take over. Roche, a brick wall underneath the basket there for Simon Fraser, and they get to bring the ball back up court with 7:34 remaining. 26-point lead is a game high. Drive, kick, Hannon for three. Bingo! Michael Hannon knocks down the triple. Bench rises for that one as Hannon dials it up from the baseline corner. Esau gets it back. Lutens, Daughtry back up top to Isaiah. Lutens, shot clock now at 10 as Daughtry kicks it back. Clan doing a good job here suffocating those lanes. Shot clock now down to 3. They'll hoist it in and out. Had a good look at it, and another offensive rebound by Lutens. He's going to go to Glover. Julian Roche getting called for the foul. Bongani Moyo is set to check in, but there are timeouts on the floor. We'll keep it here with 6:48 remaining. And the white shirt toss underway here. The fans excited as we take a look at our Clan replay. The nice drive and kick there from Jordan Mirakian. He really has some good action going there on that drive, and he dishes the ball to Hannon. And like we said, Michael Hannon's the one guy in the last couple of games who's really started to find his groove with this Clan basketball team, and it's all about learning your role within the offense and defense and being there when head coach Steve Hansen sees something that he needs to happen on the floor, and he's done a good job with that. And when you're going to knock down the big triple like that one, you're going to find yourself with more minutes on the floor. Simon Fraser Clan shooting a sizzling 12 of 16 from the field in this second half of play. 75% from the field. They're also 6 of 8 from beyond the arc, 75%. They're shooting 60% overall on the game and 42%, 8 of 19 from distance. On the other side of the ledger, it continues to remain a struggle for the Fairbanks Nanooks. Not only are they not getting off enough field goal attempts, 8 fewer than the Clan, they're only shooting 28%, and that's led to this 29-point deficit as we hit the stretch drive in the second half. Tamarie Glover standing in from 15 and getting ready to shoot free throws. Glover with 2 makes there. Bongani Moyo over to Othniel Spence. Here's Mirik Young, had the nice penetration drive this time to Moyo at the top. They go to Spence, he wants another three. And he's got it off Neil Spence. Back-to-back triples for the Big O. 72-42, 30-point lead, the largest of the game here for the Clan. Spence is going to come out of the game. It looks like Drew Bryson will go in for Spence. The next stoppage here. Bongani Moyo with a strip. Kick it back to Hannon. Back to the trailing Spence. Bingo! The Big O for three! Othniel Spence on fire. Back-to-back-to-back triples. With an N1 opportunity thrown in, that's 10 straight points for Othniel Spence. Lukewarm to start the game after missing against Anchorage. Red hot here down the stretch drive against Fairbanks. That shot well off the mark there by Esau, and he's hearing about it from the crowd here. Spence is getting greedy. This time can't get it to fall. Hannon with a rebound. They'll go back up top. The fans enjoying this one. They're seeing their hometown Clan with a comfortable lead. It hasn't happened a lot here over the last few years, but great to see this Clan team flexing its muscle here. Here's Hannon. Can't get it to go. Roche gets up there and tips it home in expert fashion, 77-42. And that will be a huge juncture. The Clan at their offensive best late in this basketball game. What haven't they done here in the second half? 77-42. That's a 35-point lead for the Simon Fraser Clan. And they've had their share of tough games over the years. And the blowout victories certainly not something that have been a regular happening here at the West Gym. So soak it in, Clan fans. It's a terrific night to be an SFU Clan basketball fan here at the West Gym. Howard Samura here. Glad you're joining us for our doubleheader weekend, which we're going to cap off with this game. 4 games over the last 3 nights. 2 on Thursday, 2 tonight. A lot of big smiles coming off of that Clan team as they get back on the floor. Alaska Fairbanks players now out on the floor. Jock Wamoro, number 22. Number 11 is Trey Eisenhut. Number 50 is Quinn Daughtry. Number 12 as well out there is Zach Hatch. And number 2, Tamorie Glover, who's put in workmanlike effort tonight. Looking for Glover on the block there. Batted away, I guess, either by Roche or Hannon. They'll go to Glover. This Alaska team obviously fatigued at the end of their road swing. It's a big one coming down from Alaska. And had a pretty solid effort for most of the way against Western Washington on Thursday. There's a sweet jumper from distance by Morrow. Bryson feeding the big man down low. And we see falling to the ground there. Number 50, Quinn Daughtry. How big of an acquisition is Julian Roche? Look at your replay there and see that he is one of the biggest pieces ever brought in by this program. That's from a physique standpoint, but a content upgrade as well. The big man every team wants to have, and the Clan have him. And Julian Roche, what a player he's been in this Renaissance season for the Clan, looking for win number 3 on the campaign. Bryson saves it. 3:45 remaining. Mirik-Young. Shot clock down to 6 for Jordan Mirik-Young. He's going to put up a 3-ball. Doesn't make it right off the back iron. And Bongani Moyo is going to get called. I believe that'll be his 4th. Indeed, it will be. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a short timeout as well and be back with the final stages of this contest from the West Gym in just a moment.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
And welcome back to the West Gym, everybody. Howard Samura with you, Clan TV. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast, and our thanks as usual to everybody on our Clan TV staff. We look back on the 4 games we've given over the last 3 nights here, and some of the replay moments we've been able to provide have been absolutely tremendous. We thank you for your hard work and really setting a new standard here. The officials even relying on our camera feed in the building today to replay 3 to 4 separate plays to make sure we get the calls right here. So great to see everything clicking on all cylinders with Clan TV here at the West Gym. For Fairbanks at the free throw line. That's Quinn Daughtry, number 50. And he knocks down a couple to make it a 30-point game. The double-figure scores in this game for the Clan, and great to see that balance. Othniel Spence with 13. Provenzano with 14, Julian Roche with 19, and Wilfred Bellotta with 16. Roche also with 9 rebounds, so 1 carry away from a double-double. Nice save there on the recycle by hand, and they're gonna get another chance here as Mirk Young reloads the offense. See a whistle blowing and play coming to a halt. Coach Sparling and the Fairbanks staff. A rough night here for the guys from up north, as they continue to rebuild this program. Simon Fraser can certainly relate to that, as we've had an extended period of rebuilding that looks like it's finally starting to turn a corner here. Here's Bryson. 14-footer, and Drew Bryson knocks down a smooth jump shot there. He goes to his spot and releases. 79-47 the score. Clan, though, doing a great job defensively. 22 points from Glover. And he's been the strike force here for Alaska Fairbanks, but he's finally getting a well-deserved rest. He played 30 minutes. And he's going to sit the final 2:45 most likely. Turnaround shot there by Esau. Doesn't go, or Eisenhut, check that, Trey Eisenhut, apologies. Bryson up to Roche, little handoff back to Drew, he's gonna drive it. Flutter, little runner goes right through the back of the basket there, and look at the Clan getting the basketball back, but the play I like to see there, Julian Roche literally lifting up the fallen Fairbanks player, getting him back on his feet. And what do you know, they got a takeaway. And a great dish underneath to Moyle. Look at the big man dish the ball from the high post. Julian Roche makes it looking so easy. Finds Moyle going to the basket, 83-47, 1:53 remaining. Eisenhut with the basketball, Hannon guarding him. Daughtry will come out. Rising for the 3 ball, just off the mark there. It was Hatch. And here's Bryson. To the window, he lays it up and in. Drew Bryson. So Drew Bryson scoring some nice baskets here down the stretch. He's even going to battle for a rebound underneath, not going to get it. A tip, and that's going to go, I believe, the tip there by number 22, Joaquim Moro. But Drew Bryson, I remember his signing day here with Simon Fraser and Steve Hansen, excited about the offensive possibilities. And you're starting to see that. Here's Bryson again. He's going to rise for 3 and knock it down. Drew Bryson. Bryson backpedals, and he's done it. I was going to say he's going to act like he's done it before. In high school he has, but at the GNAC level, great to see that success for a hard-working guy like Drew Bryson, number 24. They will knock down their own 3. And Joaquim Moro, 88-52. We're down to 40 seconds left. It's going to be a sweep on this special Saturday for Clan basketball. Bryson puts up another 3 off the front of the iron, but Simon Fraser's women with a massive upset win over Northwest Nazarene to start our evening, and now a convincing victory here by the Simon Fraser Clan men. As the seconds tick down, they have a 33-point lead. Jordan Muir-Keung is going to dribble it out under nominal pressure here from McCullough. 8-7, down to 6, down to 5, and there have been great nights in Simon Fraser Clan men's and women's basketball in the NCAA era, but I dare you to find one better than tonight, as the Simon Fraser Clan men with a huge win over Alaska Fairbanks, 88-55, their 3rd victory of the GNAC season. Hard-earned victory for the Clan. They've had their share of heartbreakers this season, but they stamp an exclamation mark on this one tonight as they finish a homestand with a big victory here today over the visitors from Alaska Fairbanks. To Coach Sparling and company, you know, you'll head back to the great state of Alaska and continue your fine work up there to get this program back. But for the Simon Fraser Clan, who are trying to take their own step forward, a huge one here tonight as they come through with an 88-55 victory. Our congratulations to head coach Steve Hansen and the rest of the Simon Fraser University Clan on a big victory. I was wondering if we could potentially get a player here, and I'll let our Clan TV crew know that it would be great to get Coach Hansen, but he's leaving in a real hurry here. We'll see what we can do. I don't know if are we going to get somebody. It'd be great. I'm just asking our producer Gabe Lynn, is there a chance on an interview today, or are we going to wrap it at that? Okay, we'll call it. Michael Hannon, if we can get Michael Hannon to come over. Do we have a camera? Are we going to be looking up here? Hey, congratulations, Michael. I think we're endeavoring to get a camera over here. Are we okay over here? Michael Hannon, thanks for joining us and just talk about the victory.
It's a good win, you know. I can't ever complain about one, so just glad to bounce back from a Thursday.
Yeah, you guys can't take anything for granted in the GNAC. They're all tough ones. You got to win the ones you're supposed to win, too. What did it for you guys? What put you over the top tonight?
No, in the second half, we started finishing some shots, and then defense. Defense has been our focal point all year, and we just got to keep getting better at the little things of it.
How about yourself? I remarked on the broadcast, you're one guy in the last few games who's really carving a niche in this rotation. How good does it feel to find a nice role and really fit in with this group?
It feels great to be back on the court. I love it. You know, I'm just trying to do the little things that help us win, and hopefully I can stay on the court.
All right, congratulations on a victory, Michael Hannon. Thanks for joining us. Michael Hannon, Simon Fraser University Clan, one of many happy Clan players, as Simon Fraser basketball gets an impressive sweep here today. In the opener, Simon Fraser women with the upset of #1 ranked Northwest Nazarene. And in the nightcap, the Simon Fraser men with a convincing victory, their 3rd of the GNAC campaign over the Alaska Fairbanks Nanooks. For everybody on the Clan TV crew, thanks for your great expertise, your passion. Thanks to our executive producer, Gabe Lynn. Howard Samura bidding farewell, and we'll be back with you again with GNAC women's action on Thursday. Until then, safe travels, happy basketball, and we'll join you again from the West Gym.